Welcome back to Take Action News, everybody. This is a segment where we honor somebody as our Activist of the Week. They are often people who make differences in their communities, or sometimes they just inform, enlighten, and inspire us. And to set up our next guest, I want to take all of us back to April 22nd, 1970. Here's how Walter Cronkite began his newscast that night on CBS.
Good evening. A unique day in American history is ending, a day set aside for a nationwide outpouring of mankind seeking its own survival. Earth Day, a day dedicated to enlisting all the citizens of a bountiful country in the common cause of saving life from the deadly byproducts of that bounty, the fouled skies, the filthy waters, the littered earth. As a demonstration, its success was mixed, beyond expectations here, far below there.
April 22nd, 1970, Walter Cronkite. Well, somebody who has gone back to revisit Earth Day and has just written an amazing, amazing book. Adam Rome is the author of The Genius of Earth Day, how a 1970 teach-in unexpectedly made the first green generation, an enlightening and inspiring book. And for that, we honor Adam Rome as our Activist of the Week. Adam, welcome to the program.
Oh, it's so great to be on here, David.
Adam, a terrific book. First, tell us a little bit, how did this come together back in 1970?
I think there's a great lesson. It was the power of Washington combined with the creativity and the energy of the grassroots. A senator from Wisconsin, Gaylord Nelson, had the idea for Earth Day. He'd been frustrated that he couldn't get action on the environmental issues from the president or from Congress. He thought maybe young people could make a difference. And thousands of people organized Earth Day events all over the country, and that became the biggest demonstration in American history. And for many of them, it was empowering. They ended up deciding to make a career out of trying to protect the Earth and deal with other issues as well. So it was amazing.
How did you get interested in Earth Day as a historian?
I even before that, I was 10 in 1970. And my hero back then was Ralph Nader, who was already famous for having taken on General Motors and the other automobile companies about safety, but he also had been really the first in the country to challenge corporate polluters. And then I've always been interested as a historian in people, in social movements and the people who really made a difference. And it just suddenly dawned on me one day that Earth Day, even though it was famous, no one had ever told the story. And when I looked into it, the story was even more amazing than I expected.
As you put together and compiled the research for your book, what was it that surprised you the most, or maybe you went against whatever preconceived notions you had about Earth Day as an event?
I think most people have always assumed that Earth Day was just this huge, millions and millions and millions of people, 60s-style demonstration. And it definitely was that. It definitely impressed politicians and it impressed the media. But what I found that I didn't expect at all was it was a profound educational experience, that many of the Earth Day organizers worked on this for months, 3 or 4 months, and because there had never been anything like Earth Day before, they had to figure out everything. You know, what counts as an environmental issue? What's the relationship between the environmental cause and all the other great causes of the day, civil rights, feminism, the anti-war movement, anti-poverty? In putting together the Earth Day, for many people, that was transformative. And tens of thousands of people, I think, came out of it determined to really devote their lives to this. I say that ultimately Earth Day made the first green generation. And I talked to a lot of those people. I tracked down over 100 people who were actively involved in making Earth Day happen. And their stories were all incredible and inspiring.